Officials in Alabama have until next week to improve safety throughout the state's troubled prison system.
A former correctional officer at Limestone Correctional Facility who resigned after 13 years.
We start with that dire warning from inside Limestone Correctional.
Does anyone feel comfortable coming up to the mic and talking about how Alabama's prisons impact them? Yeah, please.
I have a grandson who is in the system. He was 18 years old when the crime was committed that he says he didn't commit. But he was found guilty. He was in the Madison County Jail for 3 years before going to prison for being convicted, getting a trial. And that's one of the things I think needs to be changed in our local system, is that inmates that go in and they sit in the county jail from 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 years before they go to trial.
I have a client on Alabama's death row who's going to be executed on April 24th. And in January, he was found with a cell phone so that he could talk to his family more before his execution date. Cell phone possession is a medium-level disciplinary violation. And it's the only medium-level disciplinary violation that comes with a 6-month visit ban. That's not about public safety. That's about punishing people for trying to be with their loved ones. You're directly tying it to visits with their loved ones. And even though the state is going to execute him on April 24th, even though he doesn't have 6 months to wait, they are not going to let his family visit him until those last couple of days before his death.
27 plus certifications, different core courses that he had taken, and had managed to turn himself around to be one of the liaisons for other inmates that were coming in that just didn't understand how to do time. He had done so. And it's like a song to me. It plays in my head consistently. And I said to myself, if this is the parole system that we sit before, and these gentlemen have given so much of their time on their base sentence, when did rehabilitation start? When does it start? Is this what we voted you in for? To continue the punishment?
HB 423, which was passed, which was implemented, or which was put in place by my very own legislator, Alan Treadaway. This happened as a result of an incident that occurred in my district. And I feel comfortable speaking about this for a number of different reasons. One, he's my legislator. Two, I live in his district. The crime rate in our district is probably a negative 20%, and I'm not even exaggerating. The last time somebody was murdered in our district had to be well over 5 or 6 years ago. This particular case was one that made national media attention, where it was a pastor's wife who was having an extramarital affair, and her new husband decided to kill her current husband, which was the pastor of a church. They killed him. So she got a 40-year sentence. But now we have a bill because of one incident that's going to impact everybody that's currently incarcerated.
How you doing, ma'am? Could you tell me where I will find Mr. Hassel at? They say his office down this way.
Yeah, go straight on down. Look on the wall and you'll see it.
Thank you much. Hello? Hello? Be his office right there. We found Kenyatta Hassel's office. However, he's not here. He may be gone to the floor. I am going to include a letter to Representative Kenyatta Hassel because it is important for us to get those bills, SB 40, HB 157. They all deal with the rights to have the inmate visible or on a Zoom type call to be present at their parole board hearings. So I'm gonna leave him a note that I came by and I hope that he would support those bills.
I am a convicted felon myself, and I also have a husband that has served 21 years in prison. He went up for parole on his 18th year. He has a 22-year sentence. At that particular time, he had a 2-year clear record. And the disciplinaries he got prior to that were for cell phones. And as we all know, they don't want cell phones in the prison because they don't want their dirt to come out of the prisons.
A lot of people think that attorneys, we learn about the legal system from going to law school. And that is true. I did get some good training about how to be an attorney at law school, but I learned how the system worked from the people who were inside. I learned how to navigate it. I learned how to represent my clients from them.